What up, guys? Right to the next episode, 127. I'm gonna finish these last dubs.
That
Oh
hurt.
shit!
Oh,
That
now I
happened to me
remember. The Miss
in
Young
the
we're
school
going to see
bus.
is the same woman that you helped when she was being blackmailed. She's the president of Young Development, right?
What's going on? Why'd she call you out here?
She
Wait,
said
do
she
you
had
know
a
this?
special favor to ask me, something only I could do. I asked what it was, and she said she couldn't say it over the phone.
Oh, he thinks it's some sexual
Control
shit.
yourself, will you?
Good job. Right in front of his daughter. This episode's called The Big Sting. So I'm guessing a bee's gonna kill someone.
Beautiful.
Alright.
Not
I
too
bet you the-
shabby, huh?
I bet you the person that's gonna get killed is allergic to the bees.
Oh, hello there.
And that's
you
how
must
they
be
did it.
Detective Moore. Miss Young has been expecting you, sir. Come in.
Cool man. Oh, yo,
Excuse me,
there's
Miss
always
Young,
these
Detective
nice
Moore is here to
ass
see you.
houses,
Please, sir.
Well,
bro.
hello there.
It'd be so cool if I could have one of these
It's so
like
good
one
of you
day.
to come. I apologize for having to
Not too
drag
big.
you all the way out here today on such short notice.
I would have traveled to the ends of the earth to see you again, Stacy.
Oh, Richard,
Oh,
you're
wow.
so sweet. Let me
She's
introduce
like
you.
his age or like
Detective
older.
Richard Moore, this is the mayor of Pine Ridge, Hadley Monahan.
I'm surprised.
Welcome to
I
Pine
thought-
Ridge, Detective. I know it's not as exciting as life in the big city, but I hope you can relax and enjoy the natural beauty here.
He's dying.
Well, I think I can manage that.
She did
I'm
it.
Allie, Miss Young's secretary. It's nice
Okay,
to meet
so-
you, Detective.
Yeah, you too.
Ooh.
And my name is Stanley Aikman, the manager of this villa. If there's anything
Nobody
you
cares.
need to make your stay more comfortable, please don't hesitate to call.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure,
You know-
sir.
So,
He did
Richard,
it.
I hope your voyage through the mountains wasn't too taxing.
No, actually, I enjoyed it.
Quite a lot to take in, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh,
He
wow,
did.
what a cool model.
I don't think you're supposed to touch that, Conan.
It's okay, he's fine. What you see there is a model of the Pine Ridge Resort that we're planning to build here soon. Please take a look. Isn't it fabulous? It's going to have hot springs,
Yes.
a golf course, fitness center, and every other luxury your heart can afford.
Pine
I need
Ridge
a
has
fitness
always been
center
a
right now.
sleepy town, but Miss Young is helping us to build the resort so tourists will start rolling in. You know, only a shrewd
Wow.
investor like her could recognize the great potential of Pine Ridge. I can hardly believe that we're breaking ground tomorrow.
There's going to be a ceremony, and we're hoping you can help us with the advertising campaign. We would also
like
be honored
her.
if you could do some TV spots and possibly some modeling for the magazine ads.
Wow, I've been
Modeling.
practicing my acting. Come to Pine Ridge and see the stars. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh,
Business
that's
for
cringe.
tonight. Now let's enjoy a nice dinner. Stanley, prepare the table. Our guests are ready to dine.
Yes, of course, Miss Young. Right away, ma'am.
She's gonna
It all looks
die.
so delicious.
Yeah, that does look
Please,
good.
help
I don't even know what it
yourselves.
is.
You must be
I
starving.
don't like none of that.
Oh, man. Thanks, Stacy.
Isn't it uncomfortable to eat like that on your knees?
If the dinners are half as good as this at the resort, you'll
Wink,
have them
wink.
lining up at the door.
Chanterelle, wild boar, trout. The menu's made up of foods that are all native to this region, isn't it?
Sound
Yes,
trail.
and we're hoping our local cuisine is going to be a big draw for the tourists.
Uh-oh.
That's the phone in your office. Do you want me to
That's
answer
my girl.
I'll get it, Allie. If you'll excuse me, this should only take a moment.
There's gonna be a bee sting thing,
Oh,
Roddy
and
thing.
Hadley, why don't you have
On the
Detective
phone call.
Moore try a taste of our you-know-what?
Right. I almost forgot. It will be my pleasure, Stacy.
You know what? Oh, she died. Yeah, she's the one dying.
Stanley, I think it's time to serve our little surprise.
I be getting annoyed if
Stanley?
some people be clapping at me like this.
I guess he didn't hear me.
Oh, ass shot?
Hey, Mayor,
Damn,
what
who's
is
gonna
this little
die?
surprise?
I want to guess it
Why don't you
right.
come along and see for yourself?
The girl. The lady that went upstairs.
Didn't you hear me? Oh, you're on the telephone.
Yes, that's it. One case of cranberry juice and one case of lager.
Oh,
Thank you.
come on. A fishing wire,
I'm taking
bro.
the surprise, Stanley.
Certainly.
Killer.
I'd be happy to serve it for you if you'd like.
I told
That's
you, bro.
okay. I've got it.
Yep, the other one. He
These two
killed the
beverages
other
are
girl.
pride
The
of
lady.
Pine Ridge. We have our famous royal jelly cider, and this is our lizard cooler. Not only do these drinks supply every essential nutrient, they also heighten sexual vigor.
Wait, did he say sexual
You're
vigor?
gonna love
Where do I get
Detective.
those?
Yeah, right.
Someone link them?
You know, I'm feeling kind of flushed. I think I'll let a little fresh air in.
Oh,
Mr.
she's gonna
Moore,
fall.
Are you all
She's
right?
gonna fall.
Huh? Yes, much better.
Wow, look how gloomy it is.
Why is he blushing?
The sky was all sunny and blue just a few minutes ago.
Yes,
cause we
mountain
lost
weather
someone.
can be extremely erratic.
It's as fickle and unpredictable as a woman's heart.
That's true.
No, I don't believe it. Stacy just fell. Call a doctor and the police,
And now-
quickly.
Yes, Detective.
And that was Richard's friend, bro. God damn. Yo, that's a gruesome way to die. Because it sounded like she was still alive.
It's a balloon.
Was she trying to get a balloon? Maybe that was a ghost kid. Damn, Rip. Hey, maybe she's still alive, bro.
A can of pesticide?
She was trying to kill a bee and then she tripped.
It's too late.
We know you did it, bro. Yeah, stop acting all shocked. He's probably shocked because that's not the way he meant to kill her.
Miss Young!
This is terrible.
It is.
Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you the famous Detective Moore?
Yes.
I'm Officer Sally. Pleased to meet you, sir. Oh, and this gentleman is Dr. Wentz. He's in charge of the medical clinic here in Pine Ridge.
Sally?
Thanks for coming, Doctor. I'm leaving this in your hands, officer. I'm going to go back up and look around Miss Young's office.
Isn't that one of those doors that locks automatically?
Don't you think I know that?
Detective
Man,
Moore, I have the spare key.
Y'all think it's gonna be a twist? Like it's not him? Because it's obvious it's him? Because he was hiding some fishing wire? If you got fishing wire, you're guilty 100%.
These doors are obviously locked from the inside.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's a messed up way to die. Like, imagine... Damn, that's fire. No wonder.
Well, it looks like she busted through the glass doors. Then when she came out onto the balcony, she leaned against the railing and it collapsed.
But why break through the doors?
Look how
Detective.
cute Conan looks.
Dr. Wentz said that Miss Young died as a result of multiple head wounds, and there seems to be no evidence to suggest they weren't caused by the impact from the fall.
The door to this room locks automatically. Not only that, the glass doors leading to the balcony were both locked from the inside, and we would have seen an assailant if he tried to get upstairs because he would have to have passed right by us.
The phone
that
call.
leaves the chimney, but it's too narrow for anyone to fit through there, which means the room was completely sealed.
Yeah. I wonder how he did it, though. It has to do something with a bee. Yeah.
Officer,
A
this
bee?
is a bee, isn't it?
Huh?
Maybe he
Oh,
loosened up.
Yeah, that's definitely a honeybee. Which
He
reminds
loosened
me,
up the
Detective Moore,
doors.
the doctor had also mentioned he discovered several bee stings on the back of Miss Young's head.
Bee stings?
Oh,
Why didn't you say so?
damn.
Mr. Mayor, are there typically a lot of bees around here?
Yes. And if I'm not mistaken, Miss Young didn't like bees. She was scared of them, wasn't she?
Yes.
Oh,
She was actually raised in Pine Ridge, and she told me that she'd been attacked by a swarm of bees when she was just a little girl.
makes sense why she would react
Her
like
fear
that.
stems from a severe allergic reaction. Luckily, Mr. Aikman here found her in time and rushed her to the clinic.
Oh,
She probably would have died if he had
wow.
never found her that day. That's the reason why Miss Young decided to make him the manager of this mountain villa. At least that's what I was
Damn.
told.
Yes, Sally, that's all true. I always have a can of insecticide handy, so whenever I see a bee, I spray it. Miss Young would have my head if I didn't.
Dr. Wentz
Maybe.
did mention that he treated quite a few people with bee stings in the clinic over the summer.
I don't know why I didn't see it sooner. Stacy was killed, and I know who did it. He wasn't alone. No, the killer had plenty of help.
Wait,
The
what?
perpetrator was a bee that came down the chimney with a bunch
Oh.
of friends. Miss Young tried to fight back with a can of insecticide that was nearby, but she panicked and went crashing through the glass doors to the balcony.
That
She would have been
sucks.
fine, but when she fell against the railing, it gave way and she plummeted to her death. In other words, she wasn't murdered. It was an accident.
Nah.
But if that's what happened, why not just run out of this door instead? Why risk jumping through the glass?
She was in a panic. She wasn't using her head. You don't think clearly when you're
Nah.
that scared.
True, but too odd. Huh? Some dirt.
It's sticky. What is this stuff?
Ew, don't tell me it's what I think it is.
That's it.
Ew. It was a trap. Oh! They... Yo. Can't think right now. The dude put something on her hand.
Would one of these people commit murder? My hunch is telling me that this wasn't an accident.
Something that attracts bees.
And I'm going to find out who.
Yeah, something that attracts bees, and I have a theory. Maybe the spray maybe was something else in it that maybe agitates the bees. I mean, probably sounds dumb, but whatever. Oh,
That's the protective clothing that beekeepers use.
that thing reminded me of Demon Slayer, where he carries his sister.
These bottles are both new and they've both been used. This one's ether. Sulfuric acid.
Wait, does he have red hair right there?
Helium tanks. Now what would they be for? The balloon!
Yeah, the balloon. Yeah. That's a hard. Yo, he looks so weird right there. What would the balloon be for, though?
I can just follow the riverbed.
Come on, I gotta. Come on. Figure it out. The balloon would be for maybe something to attract the bees too. No. Damn, yo, Conan's a freak. Is he running up a tree? Dude, he was running up a tree.
A ripped vinyl bag with a long string attached. What's that black stuff on the balloon? It looks like there was a rain cover on this chimney, but somebody took it off. Some of the soot's been rubbed off the walls. I wonder what that's about.
Bro, how the freak? He's a damn pro-ass climber, man.
Masking tape. That's not dirt. It's a little hole.
Okay, nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna try.
Trick. I was stumped there for a while.
Conan,
I'm still
where
stumped.
are you?
I give up.
Dad?
All I know is I know who did it.
Conan, do you have any idea how worried we were about you?
No more disappearing acts, kid. Stay with us.
I hope these darts don't have any long-term side effects. Richard's already operating with half a deck as it is.
Yo, wait, did he say half a dick? No, that's true though. How many times he used that? That has to be a lot of effect.
What's going on? Oh my gosh, Dad, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, honey.
What was that
Wait,
sound? What's going on?
How is he laying down?
I was struck by a revelation. This is a murder case after all.
What? You mean it wasn't an accident?
But you said that it was earlier.
I said that to keep the killer at ease while I gathered more evidence. It was a
Is it a
trick to buy
girl?
more time. The truth is that the killer murdered Miss Young and intentionally made it look like an accident.
You said that you found some evidence?
Yes, that's right.
Nah,
For starters,
that's
take
a guy.
a close look at the doorknob of this room.
There's some sticky
What are
shit
you
on it.
talking about? It looks just like a regular doorknob.
Check the underside of the knob. Tell me what's on there.
Smells cheesy. And she licks it.
It's honey.
That's correct, Ms. McNair. If one of us was attacked by a swarm of bees in a room, we would
Honey.
naturally try to escape through the door. But in this case, there was honey on the doorknob, so there were bees crawling all over it. When Miss Young was unable to get out through that door, she made a frantic charge through the balcony doors. But the railing gave way when she crashed into it because the killer had previously soaked the wood with sulfuric acid, intentionally making it weak.
What
I
about
said
the
that.
bees? How
Not
did
exactly
they get
that.
into the room?
Good question. That, too, was devised by the killer. You'll
The chimney.
understand how if you'll have a look at the ceiling behind you.
Let me see.
Hey, Conan and I saw that balloon earlier.
Yes, Conan spotted it when you were running down to the riverbed right after Miss Young fell.
Rachel's so
Luckily,
cute.
it got caught in a tree, or I would never have been able to recover it. Rach,
What's
will
on
you
that?
check the bag that's tied to the balloon?
It's like shit.
A honeybee.
Right. The killer put bees into the vinyl bag, and the balloon was floating in the chimney with the bag tied beneath it. To be safe, the killer probably sprayed the honeybees with ether and knocked them out before collecting them and putting them into the bag.
Wow.
And it just so
At
happens
least we
that
know
I
it's a
found a
guy.
set of protective clothes that smelled like ether in the storage shed.
Those are mine, but nearly everyone in Pine Ridge owns a set like that.
Perhaps that's true, but why are there helium tanks in there as well?
Those tanks are left over from the summer. I was blowing up balloons for the children at this year's Pine Ridge Festival.
Oh, I see. But why would you need 3 tanks for that? Weren't you really using the tanks to conduct the experiments that you used to prepare for this day? Flight experiments with balloons and vinyl bags?
Look,
You
whatever
see,
it
it
is you're
was
trying to
him.
say, just say it.
Very well then, Mr. Aikman, I
You
will.
did it, bitch.
Why don't you try this on for size? You
He throws a
murdered your
bee at him.
employer, Miss Young, in cold blood.
Okay, I'm guessing
That's got to be
it's
the most
because
ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I
all
was
the
in the living room
clapping-
with all of you when she fell. How in the world could I have done it? Don't
all the
you
clapping
see?
she
It's
would do in his
completely
face.
impossible.
No, it's not. You were able to keep the balloon suspended in the chimney for a while by attaching a string to it and running it through a small hole in the floor down into the kitchen below.
Oh,
The string
wow,
was
that's
tied to a
smart.
nail in the kitchen wall. Another string was tied to a
Wow.
piece of masking tape that was stuck on the vinyl bag. It ran down through the same hole to the kitchen. Now it was time to
Wow.
execute your plan. The phone rang. It was Miss Young's private line in her office. She decided to take the call and went upstairs. Of course, you were the one who called her from the kitchen. Both the mayor and Conan saw you on the phone at that time. You lured Miss Young up to her office, and when she picked up the receiver, that was your cue. Now that you were positive she was up there, you pulled the first string.
Yep.
That string was attached to the piece of masking tape. And when the masking tape was pulled off, it uncovered a hole in the vinyl bag, allowing the honeybees to swarm out. Since the
Damn,
balloon was
man.
blocking the chimney, the bees came into the office. Miss Young's terrified reaction excited them, and when she tried to spray them with insecticide, they attacked her in a whirling frenzy.
Wow.
She continued to spray the insecticide as she ran over to the door to escape. But to her horror, there were honeybees all over the doorknob.
She
There was
just
no
used
way
it
out.
on the
After being
doorknob.
stung multiple times, Miss Young was frantic, and she made a desperate charge through the glass doors and went crashing out onto the balcony. Unfortunately, you had weakened the wood on the railing, and it gave way. That's when we saw her fall to the riverbed below. As
What
we
a-
all ran down to help Miss Young, you rushed back into the kitchen and released the second string. Now there was nothing holding the balloon, and it flew out through the chimney. Rachel and Conan saw
Wow.
it flying off from the villa.
That's a smart ass.
According to the tests you had conducted, the balloon was supposed to disappear over the horizon, never to be seen again. But the sudden wind and rain that kicked up caused it to alter its normal flight pattern and
That's
get caught in a nearby
crazy.
tree.
So you think he would have gotten away with it if the balloon was never found? I think he
I
might
found a
have.
piece of masking tape.
But
And there
Conan
is,
would have
in
found a
fact,
way.
hole in the floor right here.
Anyone could have put that there. That proves nothing.
Maybe, but how do you
The way
explain
you
that
acting
towel
proves a lot.
hanging on your waist?
What do you mean? Is it some kind of crime to carry a dish towel
He
around?
ju-
Of
yeah, he
course
just
not.
used that to wipe
But
his
if I'm
ass.
correct, there was honey all over that doorknob. And I have a feeling that you wiped it off with that towel.
Yeah, cleaned it. Smells like ass.
Yep, that definitely smells like honey to me.
Oh, and one more thing, Mr. Aikman. Would you mind showing us what's in the right-hand pocket of your trousers, please?
String. I thought it was fishing wire.
Come on, Stanley, let's have a look. What do you got in there?
What is he grabbing his ass?
Kite string.
Yes, it's the same string you used to pull the masking tape off the vinyl
Case
bag, isn't it?
closed.
Don't you remember hastily shoving it into your pocket when the mayor and Conan surprised you by walking into the kitchen?
He should have swallowed it.
It looks like you didn't have enough time to get rid of the evidence, did you, Stanley?
He
Or
probably
was
would
it
have
just that
choked.
you were overconfident because you thought you had us all fooled?
Damn, who's this
Stacey
cop,
Young
bro?
was such a sweet little girl. When I saved her life, she cried to me, and she said she would never forget. And when she grew
Wait,
up, she bought this place and made me manager. But then she
Wait,
changed, and she became this rude, stuck-up witch who treated me like a bag of dirt every chance she got. If I
He's the
had
one
any
that saved her?
dignity, I would have quit a long time ago. But somehow she managed to take even that from me, and that was my reward for saving her life. I should have let her die back then.
Dude, just quit. Dude, at least you had a job. I'm pretty sure you got paid pretty good. That's crazy. I thought the older guy was the one that saved her. Wow. The dude that saved you killed you a bunch of years later. That's crazy. Alright, go.
I've got to hand it to you, Dad. You just get better and better. That was amazing in there.
So I'm a genius. What can I say?
You must be beat after all that work. Can we go soak in the hot springs?
Why not? Let's go
Oh, I
to the
wanna-
best restaurant in town and then take a nice long soak. When you're good, you're good. But when you're great, you should celebrate.
Bruh. I've never been to a hot
Just think
springs.
how happy he'd be if he actually remembered solving a case.
Do they have hot springs in America? I doubt it, right? I mean, but it'd be, if they even do, it'd be 10 times, million times better in like atmospheric place like Japan. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd be amazing. All right, guys. This was a good episode. Let me know what you guys thought. It's messed up way to die. Poor lady, man. Poor lady. I mean, he said that she became a bitch, but just quit it, man. And I'm like, what? You know, and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, like save up some money, quit, and retire. You know what I mean? If he's gone through all that time, you get what I mean? But whatever. It's I feel bad for her though, dying like that. Most of the time, I prefer the deaths that they died quick. You know what I mean? Not suffering. I mean, if they deserved it, go ahead, take your time. But yeah, all right, guys. Be on the lookout for the next episodes. 3 more. I'm gonna upload 3 more after this. Cause we're gonna finish the dub, and then we're going to the sub. All right, everyone that's been asking for the sub. All right, you know, let's see if they even watch the sub. You know what I mean? But anyways, thank you for everyone that stayed to this point watching the dub with me. Like, you guys are amazing. All right, and I mean, this is not my farewell to the dub yet. All right, that's gonna be like in 3 episodes, so be ready. All right, guys.